Good afternoon, everyone. So here we are. Welcome back for the fourth round of the Targa Cup, and right now we are just about to begin the lobby B of the fourth round. With me is our own Mr. Gun. Hey, Mr.
Hello guys. So I'll not be racing today. I'm here for commentary on Lobby B. So this track is, as we can all see, Watkins Glen short course, and the car we have is Ferrari 458 Italia Group 4. So the thing about this track is there are long corners and the car is MR drivetrain. So it is both tricky combo and where you need out for the tire. So we have a 22 laps race here. The tire wear is 6x, fuel is 2x. So we have multiple strategies which we are going to see today, and this is mostly going to be a night race. So let's begin with the qualifier. Okay, so the qualifier has begun, and as you can see, the cars are rolling out. So MJK, do you want to introduce the drivers, their cars and the liveries?
Sure. So we have a 5-minute quali here. As Mr. has already informed you guys, it's Watkins Glen short, and everyone is in the Ferrari 458 Group 4 car. So the grid consists of Gorbit, Ishan, Hari, Ganesh, Vishal, Sammy, Shebin, and a new entrant today who is replacing Mr. Pianshu and Rahul.
So just to avoid any of you guys from any confusion, Abdus is replacing me in lobby A and Abdus is getting replaced by Pianshu in lobby B. So that's what's going to happen. So Abdus is racing this time in lobby A. So this is going to be a big race for him, racing against the big boys from our lobby A.
Okay, and as we have Hari on the flying lap, so what's a good time here, Mister, around this track?
So during the race, you need to take a lot of care of your tires, because if you try to push the car understeers a lot. So during race on hards or mediums, I'd be expecting the times being in 14s and 15s. But during quali, when you push on the softs without any care for the tire wear, maybe 13.7, 13.9 should be a good time in lobby B.
Right. So we're looking at pole to be somewhere around the late 13s.
Yeah, mid to late 13s. Maybe some guys can even go to 13.5. We don't know. Like, we have seen a lot of surprises this whole league, and I wouldn't be hurting the guys from lobby B.
Right. And as we have Hari finishing up on his first flying lap out of a total of 2. Let's see what he is clocking up.
Actually, this is a short course, so people might be able to pull laps.
Interesting. So we have Vishal on provisional pole with 13.7. That is rapid.
Yep. The thing is, the team is not off during the quali, and with weak slipstream, we know that it is very strong. You gain about half a second on the straight all the way to the bus stop. So that's a lot of time. But
maybe that would explain why the top 3.
Consequently, you also lose some time the corners coming afterwards. And Vishal is going on the Yanish. He's thinking that he's being held back.
So Vishal is on provisional pole by 0.06 of a second over Gorbit. That is tight.
We can see the guys bringing it in another round of flying laps. Let's see who all improved.
Hari
So Hari
improving.
effect has gone to P3.
Ganesh doesn't improve. Neither does
Yeah,
Sammy. Darts has
some
a
guys
penalty.
are even getting penalties. So I don't know if it's a good idea to reset the car or just carry on. And Ishan goes P6.
Hello, Mr. Dan Loco.
So people are improving here. Yeah, hello.
Indeed. And Vishal pits for a fresh set of tires, or no, that's his quali
But
done.
no, we don't have enough time to run another out lap.
Interesting choice by Vishal.
So, like everyone on the track right now, it's their final flying lap. Or maybe Harifet might be able to pull one more. No, he's just like 1 second short of it. He might have been able to put a fourth flying lap.
Hari, little more than a tenth from pole. Will he be able to better his time? Is there some?
Oh no, he gets damage on the last corner. Oh no, he tried to push too hard. He's not going to improve.
How about
That was
Ganesh?
definitely going to be an improvement, but he hit the wall.
That leaves us with Corbett as the only probable pole sitter who can dethrone Vishal. Is that going to happen?
Okay, so let's see. It is going to be close. Rahul can also do something. Okay, he goes P5. So not a bad time from him. We expect him to make some places during the race. He has been mighty fast all the whole.
And
Do we
Corbett
see any upsets? Oh
does
no, that's
improve,
just two
but
hundredths of a
it's
second.
not enough. Wow, that
Too
is close.
He would
That is
be
close.
slightly disappointed with that time.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. Vishal must have been
So that
sweating
was
from the
already
pits.
a very close qualifier.
Indeed. Look at the gaps, mister. Nothing more than a tenth
Yep,
and a half.
1/10 going all the way from every person is 1/10 apart from each other.
7.5 tenths
It's like,
covers the entire grid. Incredible.
yeah. But this was like them outright pushing the car to the limit. But what will they do while the race? Will they be able to manage their tires? Will be a thing to see.
Interesting.
So what are the possible strategy that you can think of going into this race? Let's discuss about that as well.
So there are no mandatory tire compounds here. So it's basically a free hand for everyone. And just a second. It would maybe look like a one-stopper, no? One-stopper versus no-stopper. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think lobby B guys might try two stoppers.
Is it? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, depends on how they manage their tires, but I don't think everyone will manage their tires. So the guys who do, it would be a big advantage for them. So what I think are there are three possible strategies: mediums, hards and mediums, and hards no stop. So depending on how long you can make your tires last, all three are like competitive around this track. The thing about going no stop on hards is like you all and you need tires even more. So you are compromising with your pace. So how much are you compromising with your pace? Is that enough to retain your lead? It's a thing to see.
Okay, I think Garvit has disconnected. He is trying to join.
So we'll be starting from the back, right?
No, we will try to stick with the original positions. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Let me sort out a few things.
So Gorbit is
Welcome back, folks. Serious apologies for the delay. We have been facing some technical issues here, but we are good to go anytime soon now.
So we'll be starting the race very soon. So the countdown begins, and we are up for the race. So here we are at the starting grid. So we have Vishal Zander at P1, Gorbit at P2, Hari Effect at P3, Ganesh at P4, Rahul at P5, Priyanshu as SNI, it is iLol at P7, Ishan at P8, and Das at P9.
Is there a
I
glitch?
think we had a buggy start. Das and left behind the start. Was that a buggy start or the Das just misses launch? Because he's catching up fast already.
Is there a glitch, guys? Can somebody confirm? The viewers? No, it's fine. We are fine. Okay, so Vishal maintains his lead. Gorbit close in tow, while we already have a 2-second gap to Hari Effect.
Ganesh is close in tow with Hari, and Rahul is dangerously close to Ganesh.
Oh,
might
as
be
Vishal
getting
picks up
very
a penalty. That is going to cost him his position.
Oh my God, that is definitely going to lose his position if he doesn't build around 1.2 second gap, because you lose a lot more time than half a second because you are going slow with the penalty.
As Rahul tries a move down the inside on Ganesh, and he makes it stick. Sammy in his slipstream trying to gain 2 positions in the next corner.
Meanwhile, Ishan and Das are fighting at the back of the grid, and Ishan loses the position.
Sammy
to
does
Das.
make it happen. Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Sammy goes from P6 to P4 in one corner. Solid move.
And Rahul is the bigger loser, getting a penalty and being shoved wide. So Gorbit is sticking close to Vishal within the slip. So that is really important here.
And Ganesh trying to claw back his position from Sammy, going to the chicane. That is a dangerous place to make a move.
While you see different kind of tires, and that is actually causing the vastly different pace of all the drivers in the top 5. And Vishal somehow manages to keep his position,
But
build
Gorbit
enough gap. But
hot on his heels. He's running a purple lap.
and Ganesh slides. He has a moment and he loses it.
And
He is
Ganesh
P9
is
now.
down to P9. Let's go back to the
Oh,
leaders.
no.
We have a 3-way fight for the lead.
Das heavily shoves SNI. It is iLol into the wall and he has damage. So the damage is light, so it should repair on its own.
Oh, while Gorbit
And
was
Das
eyeing Vishal, Hari Effect makes a move on Gorbit for P2. Great driving by him. He has come out of nowhere, is biding his time, being patient, and he has made a clean move on Gorbit.
Okay. So moving to the back of the grid, Dars gave the place back to SNI. It is iLol. So I'd rather refer to him at Priyanshu, as it is
Yeah, that'll be better.
cumbersome to be with.
As
Mention
Gorbit
is-
goes wide and gets a second penalty, he's going to lose his P3 to
Rahul
Sammy.
got a 1.5 second penalty, increasing his woes from
It's
getting a
become
total
2
of 2
seconds
second
now.
penalty.
That is going to cost him heavy. He's down to dead last now. That is a shame. But we still have
There is a big
some way
train
to go.
forming behind Priyanshu.
As we see Hari lining up a move on Vishal.
A lot of people are fighting in the back of the grid. Ishan moves to 2 places ahead, then Dars goes on the
Yes,
dive.
Ishan gets shoved
Ishan
wide.
goes wide. What is happening here? Reminds me of the first few races in F1 where the back of the grid was world war straight.
Right, and Vishal taking a tighter line going to the chicane. Can Hari make a move on Vishal here? He thinks the better of it, buys his time. He is going to pull it off.
From
Maybe.
what it looks like, Hari's tire are falling off.
What tires
He
is
is
everyone
losing
on?
pace on
Christoph?
corners. So, for all the stream snipers, just please don't help your teammates. So Vishal is on medium, Hari is on soft, Sammy is on medium, Gorvich is on hards. Oh, that's why he's losing so much pace. Dars is on medium, Pianshu is on hards, Yanesh is on hards, Rahul is on mediums, and Ishan is on medium.
Interesting. So Hari is the only one on softs.
So I told you some guys would definitely be going for 2 stops. So unless Hari goes on to hards and pulls off a 17-lap string, they might see him doing a 2-stop.
Who is on hards? You said Gorbit?
Gorbit is on hards, Pianshu is on hards, Yanesh is on hards. And just everyone are on mediums except Hari who is on softs. And he misses his breaking point and loses Charles Andrews, where he was about tenths behind. He is now over 1.2 seconds behind. So that cost him a lot there.
As we see the grid settling down, everyone getting into their groups.
Ishan again got a 1.5 second penalty.
You have
doesn't look like very easy bus stop for all of them.
We have Vishal with a 1.5 second lead over Hari in P2, followed by Sammy in P3, Corbett doing his thing in P4 on the hards, Dars in P5, Pianshu in P6, Ganesh in P7 with a penalty, followed by Ishan with another penalty, and Rahul in P9. Rahul should be definitely benefiting from the penalties of both the drivers ahead. He should be looking to close the gap and make up
and
at
after
least,
all
two
these
positions.
battles, Pianshu finally has a no man's land space, 2 seconds ahead of him and 2 seconds behind of him. So he'll be mighty happy with that. Getting pushed around mustn't have been very comfortable for him.
It's interesting how Vishal is now able to pull away from Hari on the softs, as his
like I said, his tires
must
are
be worn out.
stacked, so he will definitely be pitting after the end of this lap.
Yes, we also have 51
no, he
liters
doesn't
of
go to pits. He's going
initial
for
fuel.
another lap. So he's like milking the tire for all worth.
I guess he is doing 3 stints of softs flat out.
Maybe he might go on to mediums or hards and try to pull a 14-15 lap stint. Maybe.
Probably, possible. As we see Sammy with a half-second penalty. Track limits are a killer here.
Yeah, people are struggling with consistency and like driving within the track. But the top two are rather clean. Apart from the first penalty Vishal got, he hasn't got any penalty from what I know. So as you can see, Hari is massively losing out to Vishal. He has lost about a second and a half this lap alone. And he pits. So we see our first stop at the end of lap 7 by Hari. Moving back, no one else seems to pit as everyone is on mediums or hards. So looking at it, most of the guys have tires in pretty good
Oh, and
condition.
somebody goes wide. Who is that? Gorbit? What's happened to him? Is that a disconnect? A technical issue. He was facing issues. Yeah,
Oh
and that
yeah,
is
he has
Gorbit out.
disconnected.
That is sad. He was looking.
Such a shame.
He was looking really promising there. As we see Hari come
So
out
this
on the
is going
mediums.
to from Hari. He's going for a 15 lap stint on the mediums. So that is about as much as the medium lasts. So maybe he'll have to underdrive the car or drive to the teeth of the tire.
So with Corbett out of the picture now, Vishal can just put in his laps, put his head down, and if he drives his race consistently, nothing too crazy, I think the win should be his. What do you think, Mister?
And surprisingly, what Vishal has the best tire in top three while lapping the fastest.
Interesting.
So this is turning out to be an interesting race. The first
As
of
we
the hard
see a
runners
battle
at
here
P4.
for P5 and P6 between Ganesh and Rahul.
Okay, Hari has
Even
disconnected.
Hari has
Hari has also
disconnected.
disconnected. Oh no, man. I wanted to see that stint, how he pulled that soft and medium for 22 laps. That was going to be like a treat to the eyes. But it's such a shame we lost him.
Yeah. So we have here Ganesh trying to manufacture a move down the outside of Rahul.
Or maybe he was just trying to make Rahul commit a mistake there. But Rahul manages to take the bus stop well. So it's interesting to see that Ishan and Rahul are on mediums while Ganesh is on hards and he's still able to like stay with them. Meanwhile, Priyanshu, he's also on hards, seconds ahead Rahul and only 3 seconds behind us.
And Vishal ever so slowly extending the gap by at least 1 second per lap over Sammy in P2. It's just building his buffer up comfortably.
So with the wares, I'll be expecting the driver start coming in at the lap if they want to undercut, or the best strategy for the medium runner would be to come in at the end of the next lap. So doing the 50-50 stint on two set of medium tires. So, but the tires aren't looking, they are undrivable. Most of them should be able to the tire last for another lap. So there hardly would be anyone who will be beating this lap. And Rahul almost goes wide at the penultimate corner. He saves it, but that brings Ganesh even closer to him. So Rahul is closing the gap to Priyanshu, and the gap between Rahul and Priyanshu is nearly 2 seconds now. Priyanshu has been steadily doing mid-15s on his hard tires, and his tires look in a rather good shape. So he should be able to, maybe he should be able to carry out his tires till the end of this race.
What do you think Priyanshu's strategy would be this race, Mister? Since he started on hards.
With the way his tires look, I'm pretty sure he's for a no stop.
No stopper. That's the brave thing to do. We will know in 15 minutes time if if that is the brave thing to do, if that's the silly thing to do. But yeah, I hope he makes it. I don't think is anybody else on hards right now in the grid.
Yeah, Ganesh is on hards, but I don't know, man. If his tire lasts for 18 laps or 22, like his tires aren't as healthy as Pianshu, but it isn't very far back.
I think my money is on Pianshu right now. If anything,
So
as he
Vishal
as
seemed
he
a
gets
lot
the
of
lead,
Vishal is already in.
yeah, everyone has pit. I feel Dars might get a penalty for pit lane infringement, but I hope not. But let's
I
see.
believe he might get 3 seconds for entry infringement if
Yeah,
his tires were
that's
out.
gonna cost him. Looking at how close the grid is.
So is Ganesh going to defend this one when Vishal catches up? And he should, because now they're fighting for position, not for strategy.
As Sammy and
Okay, so
Dars
Lars
come
doesn't
out
get
together.
penalty. Ishan gets a 3 second penalty. So that really doesn't look very nice for him.
Yeah, this is not what Sammy and Dars would want. They want to work together, conserve their tires, and put their strategy over their position at the moment. As Vishal is some
Yes.
10.5 seconds behind SNI Pianshu on a supposedly no stopper. Ganesh is around 3.5 seconds, who is going to pit now, I believe, from second on hards.
So this was a rather strange thing to do. Like being on hards, he might have been able of a no stopper, but he thought better of it. So
Yeah.
he goes on bit of hards. No, it's still not sure.
I think he chewed up his tires too quickly while battling.
No, I think he might have been trying for that only. Maybe he was not confident in being able to run the mediums. No, he goes on to
mediums. And the
So
gap
he
between
went for the
Pianshu and
12-10
Vishal
split.
to 9.5 right now. What is the lap time delta?
So I believe that Anshu would be losing more time to Vishal now that he has a fatter tire and a lighter car. So the medium much better than they were before. But we already saw from the quali pace that Pianshu was very much slower than Vishal, like around half a second. So over the span of 22 laps, that raw base alone difference would give Vishal an advantage of 11 laps. Oh no, he gets another half-second penalty. So Vishal is trying to push, is trying to catch up, but it's clearly not being very fruitful for his cause to get a half-a-second penalty.
What is the pit loss here, Mister?
So if just go in to the pits and just it's about 25 seconds. But if you refuel, it's 3 liters per second. So for everything, an extra second in the pits.
So that would be what, 15 seconds?
No, actually stay in the pit line for around 36 seconds, but you lose 26 seconds because you need to cover all that distance on the outside of the track.
I'll just be back, Mister.
Yeah. Pianshu is going steady with his drive. He still has an 7.5 second lead, so he lost about 0.3 seconds after Vishal had the penalty served in this lap. Dars is about 11 seconds behind him, and Sammy is about 2 seconds behind Dars. The grid is pretty much settled up, and we are not seeing the cars close to each other. But that might change in a few laps' time. So our biggest concern here, like biggest point of discussion here, should be Vishal catching Pianshu hands over fist over a second a lap. And Vishal is setting purple times, so he might also take the fastest lap from the hurry effect. So the gap is only 7 seconds between the leader and P2, and we have 6.5 laps to go. No, we have 7.5 laps to go. So this looks very much in the pockets of Vishal, who is going very steady with his lap times. So as we see, the gap has come down by 1.8 seconds in the span of 1 lap. So we should expect Vishal overtaking Priyanshu by lap 19 or 20, I believe.
Yep,
So the
I'm
gap
back.
between the
Sorry.
leader and P2 are still reducing by almost 2 seconds a lap, slightly less than that. The gap is only 5 seconds between P1, and with how the tires are looking, it might be the case that Pianshu has slightly overdriven the car, if that's the right thing to say,
He
because
has
his tire looks a bit more worn than what he should have been keeping at this point.
he has upped his pace a bit. He's lapping mid 15s, almost a second slower than Vishal, but at that pace,
There is a slight chance that as Vishal's tire go bad, Pianshu might be able to retain his lead. And looking at the stark difference in between Vishal and Pianshu, the no stopper seems to have been the right choice, since he's still able to give Vishal the run for his money. Meanwhile, Darth is a half a second penalty, and Sammy is within range to catch him, just 1.1 seconds behind. This is going to be close at the penultimate corner. So Dars should be able to preserve his for now. And yes, as expected, he saves his place, but he goes wide, compromising his entry to the last corner. And he goes wide at the exit of the last corner. And Sammy is very, he might be able to pull off turn one if he goes on the inside. Will he do that? Or will he think better of it? He goes on the inside. He dives, but he brakes early to not push Dars off track. But he has a very slipstream on the straight now. And the slipstream is set to weak, which is actually stronger than real. So he might be able to make a move on Dars this straight. He's going on the outside, Dars on the defensive, Sammy on the attack. So will he be able to? So Dars is very determined to defend this. Sammy is on the outside, Dars on the inside, and Sammy backs off. That was a nice battle going there.
oh, as we come
Sammy
back
is
to the
still building
leaders,
the pressure on Dars.
Vishal is ever so close to Pianshu. He's under 2 seconds now for the first time this race.
So it's either the 19th lap, which starts now for Vishal, or the next lap when he will be making a move on Pianshu. But looking at this, it seems like Pianshu will get P2 because P3 is around 13 seconds behind Vishal. And Sammy and Dars are fighting for every bit of the tarmac. Not looking like they'll be able to hot lap their way till the end of the race.
As
Sammy has
Pianshu,
made the move on Dars.
interesting. Hopefully Sammy can. I don't think he can. Dars will get the position back. Seems like it. Oh, and there is contact
Dars
with the barrier.
Sammy goes into the wall.
That was a high risk
Oh my
move.
god, that was dangerous. And then he like bounced off the barriers
Oh,
into the front of
coming
cars.
back to the leaders, Vishal has just taken the lead, but he has a 1.5 second penalty. That is going to buy
And this is going to
Priyanshu
be a
a
cat and
lap
mouse.
or so at least, with three laps to go. That is interesting.
Yeah, a 1.5-second penalty would definitely give back the lead to Priyanshu. So just he should be able to drive calmly, drive in a composed manner, and definitely take the lead back. And then the pressure will be back on Vishal. And as we see, as the tires of Vishal's car go bad, his pace is also falling. So the time for him to catch up to Priyanshu would also. But Vishal is not relenting. He's still going very aggressive on the bus stop. And even after that, he's pushing his car. I think he has enough tires to comfortably being able to push till the end of the race.
Yeah, hopefully,
So
if he keeps it
now
clean.
Priyanshu is coming. Priyanshu takes the lead. Yes, he definitely takes the lead now. Is it something about the speed syndicate livery that even the substitutes are like giving the stars of the lobby around for their money? So Vishal dives down the inside, he brakes late, and he makes the corner. He sticks it. Very clean move on the inside. Priyanshu is still staying in the slipstream, but will he be making the move? I don't think the stars have enough life to allow him to do that. Meanwhile, Ganesh is slightly catching up to Rahul, but his stats doesn't look very good, I'd say. That was a very smooth drive from Vishal and Priyanshu. So as we enter the last lap, the grid, the finishing order should not change with the gaps between each driver. Rahul is slightly catching up to Dars, but I don't think he will be able to get back his all the time he lost at the bus stop a few laps ago. So, oh no, Priyanshu goes wide. His tires are almost completely dead. Will he get a penalty? Yes, he gets a penalty. So he has a 10-second leads on Dars. He should just try to survive this lap. No need to push. Bring the race home. He won't be able to catch Vishal anyway. So now Priyanshu's race to lose. He's going careful. As you can see, the gap is coming down rapidly. Dars already gained 1 second in the span of like 2 straights. So the tires of Priyanshu are completely. He's not even having like 1% life left in his front left. But the next corner is a left-hander, so that should be fine for him. Only the last corner will be an issue, but he has a very, very comfortable gap to bring this on. So as we see, Vishal gets P1, so it's the best finish Vishal has had this whole season, since the first 3 races were won by Abdus. Then P2 is Priyanshu. Then P3 we have Dars, P4 Rahul, P5 Ganesh, P6 Sammy, who is up behind Ganesh, about 10 seconds off. And then at P7 we have Ishan with half a second penalty. So we had to disconnect this race, and racer did not join us start. So we have these 7 drivers finishing the race, and this is what we have for the results. So Ganesh gets the fastest lap with a 114 flat on the mediums, I presume, and Vishal gets the win for the race with a
Yep.
comfortable 8-second lead.
So the podium is Vishal, Pianshu, and Dars. Pianshu finishing P2 in his debut race. Amazing performance that. Congrats again to Speed Syndicate. Ganesh in P4, Sammy in P5, Ishan in P6, Hari in P7, Gorbit in P8, and Rahul in P9. That is not right, but I think Rahul is finished much higher. But yeah, that's about it from us, guys, for this round from Lobby B. We will be back with Lobby A soon. Thanks for joining.